one thing for me, it was like paying off the house. And I could do that right now. It's been a couple of years. It really has. It took about 3 years, and I really haven't taken a profit, my ROI, on some of the tokens and coins that I have invested in. Either it's broken even, or I have lost money. As far as what I've invested in since I began investing in the Hex token, which was in January of this year, I was very fortunate. A friend of mine who is very into the crypto mechanisms and the crypto world suggested that this was something that I should really investigate. And I have invested, let's just say it was $10,000, $12,000. Well, now my true value that I have right now that I could sell the Hex, that has increased in value from that. The last investment I made was in June 8th. My investment value now, my ROI, it's worth about $130,000 right now. I mean, that, to me, that's huge. And that's just what I could sell my Hex for right now in its value increase. That's not talking about the big payday. On big payday, it's going to be worth, at this point in time, at the price it is right now, it's going to be worth about $400,000. Now, one of the biggest things that this blockchain time deposit means that there's no middleman. A slick politician can't come in and steal half of what, say, for instance, in Social Security, keep pulling out money that is supposed to be paid to the people that have paid into it. And at this point in time, it isn't looking real rosy for Social Security. And it's going south seemingly pretty fast, especially now with trillions of dollars being spent to try to fight the pandemic economic problems. But Hex can provide a superior retirement plan, for anybody that gets into it now. And as they continue, depending on your age and what your plans are when you want to retire, if obviously not the word retirement just meaning to get out of a particular career and get into something else, you'll have a feeling of security, and you'll be able to count on that money to be in there because there's no middleman, because it's already a product that has been audited. There's been 2 security reviews and there's been 1 economics review, and not even Bitcoin has had that. And these are world-known auditors. I can't imagine any other. I've been working with other crypto tokens that have been making promises for so long, 2 or 3 years, and I just haven't had any legitimate or any return to brag about. And to me, and that's 2 or 3 or 4 different coins. But the steady growth with Hex and the fact that the Hex token, the whole product is so well thought out and so complete, and no one can tamper with it, that's big. During the Vietnam War, I joined up, or I was asked to join to become a pilot, a helicopter pilot. Now, I went through the training, went through the flight training, and I became a helicopter pilot, and I was my tour for a year in Vietnam. And one thing about talking about being able to understand what's a scam and what's not. When I would fly near an area where I would be asked to drop into the jungle and pick up maybe some long-range reconnaissance patrol or whatever it might be, I would call for smoke. Now, a lot of times the enemy was actually monitoring our radio calls. They had that technology. They probably got from Russia or China. Okay, so I would call for smoke, and I would ask, okay, give me the color, because there would be 2 or 3 other locations right in the area smoke would come up. And I would see green smoke, and I would see red smoke, and maybe white. And quickly, I would call the individual that was on the ground, the American, would say red. And so I knew that the white and the green was enemy location. They wanted me to fly. So basically that was a scam they were pulling on me. And I had to figure this out a lot of times. And I had to figure out what was right, what was true, what was that? Was my compass right? Was things like this, and early on. But after I got out of the military, that type of being able to distinguish what was right, what was wrong, what's good, what was bad, increased my ability to do that. For me, I want to be able to have enough money to help others, to bring about a relief in people that are struggling. And it looks like there's going to be some struggle for a few years ahead as we pull out of this world crisis, you might say. And so that I really feel that Hex is going to give me that opportunity. Hex is really a superior product in my humble opinion, and for what it has accomplished and what it is bringing to me personally. It's not a scam, it's not a Ponzi, it's actually the real thing. And I could care less what the naysayers are saying or what their motives for their estimation of Hex is. I know for sure that it's the real thing, and it's actually the seed I grew with it, with the money, the small amount that I have planted with Ethereum in the ground, is really starting to already show fruitage. And to me, that's really important, because the root system is growing. And it's growing so that it can support a whole lot more of what Hex has to offer. This is just the beginning. So go for it.